Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for our units for Friday, 15th day of September, 24th day of Elul. A couple of reminders. This Shabbos it's a double parsha. The parshas of Nitzavim and Vayelech will be read together. Also, this Matzoi Shabbos, this Saturday night or early Sunday morning, we will be, if you're Ashkenaz, we will be starting to say Salichos because at that point we are 4 days to Rosh Hashanah, and that's the bare minimum that we have to say Slichos for at least 4 days before Rosh Hashanah. Okay, now we're moving ahead to some laws necessary for Yom Kippur because we got to squeeze them all in, all the Yom Kippur laws and all the Sukkot laws before Yom Kippur and Sukkot arrive. So here we go. It is a mitzvah to eat on Erev Yom Kippur, a mitzvah to eat on the day before Yom Kippur. So try to eat and think while you're eating that I'm fulfilling the mitzvah, and then it's just like added mitzvahs just rack up for you every time you have a candy, eat something, take a drink, because it's a mitzvah to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. No tachanun is recited on Erev Yom Kippur or Lam Natseach. It is considered somewhat of a Yom Tov, it's sort of a piece of the Yom Kippur activity is kind of sort of going on the 9th of Tishrei, on Erev Yom Kippur. So no Tachnun and no Lam Natseach. We also will not say Mizmor Lasoda, and that's because Mizmor Lasoda we recite as a remembrance of the Toda carbon, which was given for thanking God for things. That carbon was eaten for more than 24 hours. So if the eating of the carbon Toda would have gone into Yom Kippur, which is inappropriate, so therefore we don't bring a Toda on Erev Yom Kippur, and therefore we don't say Mizmor Lasoda on Erev Yom Kippur. Okay, next law. If a person wronged a fellow Jew with words, he still has to ask forgiveness from that person before Yom Kippur arrives. He might not want to tell him everything that he said. I called you an idiot and stupid, and you don't want to necessarily tell all those things, but you do have to ask forgiveness from a person. Say, I'm sorry if for anything that I've spoken against you. If you need to be vague to help he doesn't necessarily need to hear all the nasty things you said, but you should try to get forgiveness. You're supposed to ask as much as 3 times to get forgiveness from a person. And by the way, that means 3 separate times, 3 separate tries in 3 separate ways, not like, do you forgive me? No. Do you forgive me? No. Do you forgive me? No. That's all called one. You need to go and get them in a different way, in a different mood, on a different day. That's called 3 different asks. After 3 times, you're fine stopping because you've done what you're supposed to do, and he's actually called cruel if he refuses to forgive you after 3 times. That's called cruelty. And besides, Hashem will mirror our actions. And if you're cruel to those asking for forgiveness, would you, God forbid, want that to happen to you from the Creator of the universe? No, you don't want that. If you need to teach a lesson to the person, you feel that no, people know that he did something and he needs to be shown this is wrong, and an easy, quick forgiveness might not teach him that lesson, then speak to important people about how to do that. You might have the right to do that a little bit in the right circumstance, but you should still forgive him in your heart. If you are a Rebbe, you're the person's Rebbe, really his important Jewish teacher, then you might have the right to hold off longer, and if you're the student asking forgiveness from your Rebbe, you might have to ask many times. That's appropriate. And lastly, Vidui on Yom Kippur, that's the Al-Chet when we strike our chest. It's not only recited on Yom Kippur, it's also recited at Mincha before Yom Kippur, on Erev Yom Kippur, just in case, God forbid, we wouldn't make it to Yom Kippur. We want to have our confession done before Yom Kippur arrives, and so we say Al-Chet also at Mincha on Erev Yom Kippur. Thanks for logging on. Have a great Shabbos, and log on again after Shabbos for more, and remember Slichos, especially you Ashkenazim who haven't started yet, Slichos on Matzoi Shabbos Saturday night or early Sunday morning. Thanks for logging on. Have a great Shabbos. Bye-bye.